This time, I will introduce double side pawn capture strategy. This is one of the most well-known shogi josuke. The reason is that depending on sentei's choice, the game suddenly becomes endgame. The strategy here is considered advantageous for sentei. Therefore, it rarely appears in professional games. Nevertheless, it is not clearly concluded, and some researchers, including professionals, have been looking for ways to give Gauthe an advantage. In 2013, the top Japanese shogi player Yoshiharu Habu won the Kisei title game using this strategy despite Gauthe. Kisei is one of the 8 major titles in Japanese professional shogi. The word Kisei means an excellent player of shogi. In such an important game, it was surprising that Gauthe used a strategy that seemed to be disadvantageous. Back to the topic. At present, we have not found a way to give Gauthe an advantage. However, it is nearly even, as evidenced by the fact that many shogi players have been seeking it for years. It is second only to bishop 4-5 strategy in popularity in side pawn capture's surprise attack strategy. The name of this strategy comes from the mutual capture of each other's foo. Don't forget to exchange keiku first here. If you forget to do so, the game is suddenly over. There are 2 main methods here. This is a very well-known josuke. Josuke is an opening that has been studied for a long time and is considered the best. It is concluded that sentei has the advantage in this strategy. However, there are many branches and sentei is not an easy winner. This strategy alone is so complicated that several books have been published on it. Here Gauthe has no choice but to exchange his ya. Because if he moves over here, it is a fork. This 4-6 keiku is great. We can't beat it, so we conclude that sentei has the advantage in this strategy. This video in the side pawn capture series introduces countermeasures against surprise attacks that sentei needs in order to play side pawn capture. This is where the complex game of double side pawn capture begins. But that is a topic for another time. Because you can avoid this complicated game by choosing 7-7, which I will introduce next. The second is 7-7. If sentei choose this one, he will not have many scary attacks from Gauthe. Sentei can't move his ya here. Exchanging his ya is also an excellent decision here, but then there are some scary attacks from Gauthe, so I would recommend avoiding it. It is almost an even game, although Sente is considered to have a slight advantage. Next is 3-3 kin. Here there are two possible ways to capture his ya and 5-8 king. If Sente captures his ya, the game will be fierce. On the other hand, if Sente chooses 5-8 king, the fierce battle doesn't begin immediately. It is an even game from here. Sente is considered to have a slight advantage, but it is almost even. When playing side pawn capture, special attention should be paid to the bishop 4-5 strategy and this strategy. I recommend this because there are few things to remember at first. Let's go over again the steps to avoid attacks from Gauthe. Choose 7-7, avoid a fierce game. This was an introduction to the double side pawn capture strategy. Thank you for watching.